Meanwhile, in the dragon graveyard, Gnorc guards are patrolling the stronghold while Sparks wanders the place and keeps out of sight. After a lengthy exploration, Sparks ends up at the center of the stronghold, bearing witness to Nasty Gnorc and his allies in front of the makeshift portal. Sparks hides behind a wall in order to keep out of sight. To think, the time has come for invasion. We've always talked about how do we take over the world. We find you. Not only that, but we all get a kingdom to ourselves. I'm just jiggling with anticipation. Are we? You wait for Toasty. Let him walk to his destination. We must make haste on our conquest. Blowhard and Shemp look at each other in annoyance of Metalhead. Last I checked, Nasty Gnorc was in charge. Yeah, it's his word we're looking for, not some old piece of hardware. Let's just start without him. I'm itching to take our homeland back. Homeland? Sparks then decides to get closer in order to survey the area and overhear more of their conversations. Bring out the fairies! At least 20 of them! Nearby, Gnorcs then open a side door that they enter, only to exit with fairies in strange jars. Huh. Looks like Fluffbutt wasn't kidding about the fairies. As the last Gnorc exits with the 20th fairy, Sparks decides to zoom quickly into the room before the door closes behind him. Sparks would ultimately find himself within a storage room, filled with extra empty jars. Sparks then begins to hear the sound of quiet crying, leading him to look around. Sparks then finds a fairy within a jar, not taken due to being accidentally hidden behind a pipe. Hello? The fairy turns around slightly startled, revealing herself to be Zoe, the fairy that guards the ancient portal. Zoe wipes her tears, getting a clearer view of Sparks. Who are you? Milady, I'm the dragonfly that's gonna get you out of here. Back at the Dragon Head portal, everyone is still processing the revelation that the dragons stole these lands from the Gnorcs and are responsible for the Gnorc Wars. Meanwhile, Mrs. Shoutfire looks down at Ember in sorrow, as Ember looks back at her in horror. I don't understand. How could we? It was not an intentional war. At least non-intentional by the whole of our people. Ha! Yeah, right. Shut it, lamb chop. Flame then growls at Toasty, giving him an angry expression. This causes Toasty to shake in fear. What I don't understand is, if we don't come from here, then where did we come from? Allow me to share the full story. A flashback shows an unknown land, long forgotten by history. We came from a thriving utopia, forged from flame that did not destroy, but continued to build. However, our home was threatened by a dark force, one that would engulf the whole of our lands. Desperate, the elders sought out a powerful sorceress. With the aid of the machinists, both they and the sorceress forged a portal that would send us to a land untouched by darkness. Here, back in the present, Ember still looks confused. Realm? Sheepy here said that before. Haven't any of you ever heard of the multi-dimensional theory? English, please? What he's trying to say is that there are an infinite amount of other worlds disconnected to this one. And when ours was overrun by darkness, we chose to flee to this realm in search of peace. But then, how did the war start? You told us it was unintentional. That it was. But because of our negligence, it was also inevitable. A new flashback shows the dragons, led by the younger elders, in the presence of gnarly Gnorc. The moment we arrived, we were confronted by aggression, for the Gnorcs were already a ruthless race of warriors. We had tries to talk for peace, and for a moment it looked like peace would win the day. but any dream of peace would be dashed at the hands of a former elder who saw dragons as the supreme race that should rule over all non-dragons. And so in response to what he saw as disrespectful aggression, the elder attacked Gnarly, sparking the war that would forever scar that was to be a peaceful exodus. I was the elder for the Magic Crafters family at the time, and I and your mother brought many victories in the war. However, both I and my fellow elders made decisions that would haunt us for eons. Decisions that I just couldn't forgive. I was able to forgive Aster, for his scars as the war brought on were as deep as mine. However, I could no longer bear to carry the mantle of one who made such horrid decisions, many that took the lives of innocent Gnorcs and innocent dragons. Back in the present, Ember could only look at her grandmother heartbroken, tears falling out of her eyes. Did Mom have to make decisions like that? She was the leader of a battalion outside of my vision. I can only hope that she never had to cause as much pain as we elders did. Ember shakes her head for a moment, trying to process everything. An angered Ember then turns to Toasty, walking up to him in quiet rage.
What's Nasty and Gnarly planning?
First of all, it's my plan. Second, what makes you think I'd tell you any?
Because if you don't, I'll burn you to a crisp faster than you can say lamb chop!
We've been capturing fairies to power a makeshift portal so the Gnorc forces can invade the realms beyond this one. Turning the dragons of the Six Kingdoms to crystal was just so they'd be undefended. In fact, the Artisan Kingdom's about to be reclaimed.
What?
I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to check out our merch store, Buy Me a Coffee page, and Amazon affiliate link linked in the description and pinned comment below, so you can help us expand the channel and give you guys higher quality content. Also, if you want to check out our original content, be sure to check out the playlists linked in the description below. With all that said and done, I'm JT Anime, and I'll check you guys later.